Hey YouTube, I have to warn you. Okay, first of all, we're all going to still start with chapstick. This is Holiday Cocoa. The warning is I've had a couple sips of Mountain Dew and a bag of Skittles. So, I don't know how this video is going to go. Or if I'm just going to be like totally off the rails or not. You see from the title what we're doing another look with the Salem Cosmetics palette. And that's going to be on one eye. And the other eye is going to be the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. So let me just show you what they both look like. This is what Circo Loco looks like. And this is Salem Cosmetics Forest Heart palette. So looking at these, some of the shades are similar. The reds, the purples, the blue, not quite, but close. Yeah, so we're really just missing, you know, this little green corner over here. But we're going to see. And so I looked at it, put together what I thought might be similar, not dupes at all because the formulas are very different, but just wanting to see what is it that we can do. And the reason I'm doing this with different, using Forest Heart one eye and another palette the other eye, is because this is no longer available and I'm going to miss these shades, these shimmer shades, because they are very creamy and they show up really nice. But if I can get close with other palettes I have that are not limited edition, then I'll feel a little better about not having this one once it is no longer any good. So we have the Fenty brow pencil on, nothing else on the face. I know, right? Thank you. I look good. I know. Y'all are amazing. So we're going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. The shade I wear is 4 and 2. I'm not going to put on concealer. I was yesterday when I did the look, which probably seems like a week ago when I used Forest Heart, but I was okay with what it was looking like. We're going to powder down with Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny Powder. We're going to do the Esom thing again. I just realized I didn't pull out blushes. You know what, so I'm going to just pull one really quick, and we're going to take out the blush from Sigma. This is Bronze Star, and the reason I like this one is that it has a built-in highlighter to it. The way it shows up, you'll see when I put it on, you'll see the blush here, but then it looks like a highlight up here even though it's not. And so we're just going to toss that on. Do I still want to use a bronzer? Y'all do a separate bronzer. The Sigma, this is matte bronzer and the shade is dark. So we are going to do the Esom thing, and then we're still going to do those things. If all is well, and I don't want to put anything else on the face, we will use the Scandinavia finishing powder. This one is the brighter one. So let's get started with the intro. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be yourself if you do videos and not being overly concerned with, well, they like me, what are they going to say? Is anybody going to watch me? People are going to not like what I do. Just being yourself and just owning it. That is the crazy part, because some people are like, some people here are critical, I will say that. So you have to kind of have tough skin, because when you're doing videos, and even if you do Instagram, you know, we're opening ourselves up for criticism and to be judged and things like that. And so it helps to have thick skin. Just own who you are, and the heck what people say, and people who come alongside with you and they appreciate what you're doing. That's the stuff to remember. Those are the ones that make it worthwhile. Excuse me. That's the Skittles and the Mountain Dew taking over. Can't even talk straight. It's worthwhile anyway, because if you're doing videos just because you enjoy doing videos, then you already have your reward. If you're doing videos because you're trying to grow your numbers, or you have aspirations of, you know, being the next big hit, then there may be some disappointment and also some burnout there. And I want to just remind you that every number is a person. And so I hear a lot that, you know, people want to hit this goal, they want that goal. But keeping in mind, every number, like if you say I want to hit 5,000 by the end of the year, that's 5,000 people. Like it's just not a number. And so I'm just saying this to just encourage you to keep it in perspective. If you do videos, like, yes, we want to grow, and for me, it's like, you know, whatever. I mean, I would like to, but I want people to watch me because they enjoy my channel. And if you look at the numbers, only 10 to 20% of your subscriber count watches videos. And so even if you have 5,000 subscribers, you might only have like 500 views. And so I get it that the idea is the more subscribers, even if 10 to 20% watch, that's still a higher number. And if you're looking for YouTube to pay your bills or to be monetized, you know, then it's going to matter more to you, I think, than just doing it just for the love of doing it. And that's when it's like, oh my gosh, you know, all these people are watching me. And that's how it is for me. I'm just amazed because I know how I am. And if you've been here, you know how I am. And so for people to be digging it, it's just like, y'all just as off as me. Off being a good thing. Off just meaning you are who you are and you own who you are and you're okay with that and you rock it. So let's get back to the intro. I do go on rants and tangents at times, as you see. Do not let this deter you. We're going to get to the eye look. We are, I promise. And there are timestamps below. So if you want to just skip to that, you can. So the troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much. My intro. Them damn Skittles got my brain ping-ponging. Not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching beauty related content, try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique because you're trying to be like somebody else. Be yourself, boo-boo. Be yourself. Wear what you want to wear. Use whatever tools you want to, whatever makeup you want to, because you need to be satisfied with how your makeup looks. Not anybody else, you. So the troll part is just rocking what you want to rock and knowing you look bomb in it. What you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself is far more important than what other people think and feel about you. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That all in a nutshell is the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. Being yourself, wearing what you want to, rocking it, period, and loving yourself. That's the concept. And so it's called the Crazy Troll Nation because of that. Because it's like, what? You mean I'm okay the way I am? Yes, you are. And I want you to really know that and to really believe that in your heart and in your soul. Like, seriously. And so, yeah, so that's what we stand for. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Dion. And this is the Easton palette. We're going to start. We're not going to do this one under. Yeah, let's go and do it. Because yesterday when I did this, which seems probably like a week ago for you, I was thinking maybe I shouldn't have done this, but I don't know. So we're just going to put that there. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? I really forgot. What was I saying? I'm saying this like it's alive and you can answer me like right now. Wearing what you want to. Yeah, that's the intro. I already did that. So just doing what you want to do and just rocking it. And your people will find you. Your people will find you. But I do enjoy doing videos. I love playing in makeup. I love just talking to y'all. Just coming here and just hanging out and just chilling. And that's kind of what I feel like really is like I'm just hanging out, you know, with my homies, just playing makeup and just chit-chatting. And that's why I like doing lives, because even though I can't hear you, I'm reading your comments in real time and I'm responding to comments in real time. So it is really just like hanging out. And there's times in videos when I'll ask a question and I'm like, oh wait, this isn't a live. I can't hear you right now. Because reality is, because I pre-film and pre-schedule, like even though I'm saying like right now, today is January 6th. Who knows when you'll see this? And so I'm sitting here waiting for an answer to a question that you won't even hear for a week. So it's like, girl, like what's the hell? And so yeah, I'm just very much high on Skittles and Mountain Dew right now. And so that's why I would say more off than usual, but I'm always a little off. So I appreciate all of you for being here. And the reason I'm doing the entire process is because some of you have told me you enjoy seeing the whole process. And this was going to be a clip on, well, this was going to be attached to the video I did yesterday, but then I messed up and I did the whole entire face And so the video was like 40 minutes long. So I'm like, no, let's just do this as a separate video. This is the Sigma. Oh, I did move the track lights again because you can turn them and angle them. So I did that again, and I'm not really seeing too many shadows. Okay, here's a shadow right here, but I'm not seeing one on this side. Well, wait a minute. And I did replace the 2 burned out lights in the kitchen. And so that might be why that's brighter over there. I don't know. But I did realize, like all the times I thought it was the way the screen was behind me that was making it look shadowed in certain areas. It wasn't. It was how the track lights were positioned. And so now I'm on this quest to have it where there are minimal shadows. So yeah, we're still working that out, figuring that out. And the thing is I don't know if I sit here and do a video, because so I'm just hoping this is the blush, that everything turns out right. I am so excited. So this is the blush, and so you see how it is a blush, and I am just tapping in and then tapping on. So you see how it does show up, right? But watch this though. And I tapped in twice. But watch when I blend this out. Look up here. This looks like a highlighter, like right here. So you see all the depth from the blush. But then look at this. You see this line right here? It looks like a highlighter. I don't know how this does that. You see what I'm saying? So you see the bronzer, you see the blush, and then you see this. So we didn't blend it out yet, but even not blending it out, it's lighter up here. So I'm just like, how does this happen? I love this. And this was friend mailed to me from Grace, and I was like, what? So this is like perfect. Look at this. You see the bronzer, you see the blush, and then this, which is the blush, but it looks like a highlighter. I'm like, how did they do that? I don't know, but I like that they did that. So we're gonna go ahead and spray the face, and then we're gonna start with the eye stuff. I do have everything set out. Whew. Ooh, open my mouth too soon. That was kind of gross. Yo, I be making weird noises and whatnot. I want to say, while I'm putting on Sephora Collection 12-Hour Retractable Eyeliner number 14 Shimmer Khaki Green for my lower waterline, no, my lower lash line. And I do say things backwards sometimes because this is not my inner realms, but or whatever I was going to say. And we're going to take Prime Pro Mix. I never know if it's blue or black until I open it. Oh, I see a shadow. But then when I do open it, it's like, oh, okay, it's blue. So, but since I pulled it, we're going to use it. This is going to go on our inner realms. What I want to say is that I appreciate all of you who are here. I know just from looking at YouTube, and this was a very brief comment, well, a very brief exchange. This might go on my waterline. And when I say go on, I mean show up on my waterline. I remember back in the day, I used to always use a blue on my waterline because it just made my eye color, I don't want to say it enhanced my eye color, but it just seemed to make my eye color stand out more. And I don't do makeup for a certain look like that or certain eye shapes because it makes my eyes look bigger or longer. It's just like I just wear what I like. But I do understand makeup can do certain things, but I just liked how it looked. But let's go ahead and put this on our inner realms. It was a very brief exchange about my video content, and they were saying they like I don't just, review new stuff, which I seldom do. I don't jump on the hype. That did show up. So we're going to put the Prime Pometics away. And I just refuse to be a review channel because I want to get stuff that I like, that I want to wear, and, do looks with it, and just hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing and enjoying what I'm saying, enjoying the looks that I do. And I'm not knocking it because there are some wonderful, review channels. And what I've realized over the years is that even though those channels may grow faster because people are subscribing because they want to see the new stuff, when I ask around, or read the comments, people are like, yeah, I would never buy that, but I just like seeing new stuff, or I'm living vicariously through you type of thing. So then it's like, okay, what's the point? And the Fenty eyeshadow primer. And so liking certain things or certain videos, is it really, I don't want to say beneficial because it depends on what your goal is for what you do. But if your goal is, I'm going to talk about this product that I either purchased or received in PR, and I have an affiliate code. If only, a small percentage of your entire viewership, or your subscriber count, I should say, is watching, are they even using your codes? Because they're not intending on buying that thing anyway. They're just living vicariously through you. And so when I sat and thought about, okay, why some channels grow faster, and it's not about numbers, because the thing is, each number is a person. And so, I mentioned it, a few moments ago, like just to say, oh, I have all these people subscribe to me, but are they watching? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is more rewarding. Like when I read the comments, and I do read every comment, that's more rewarding to me than having a higher number, especially when only 10 to 20% watch videos. And if you don't believe me, look at other channels, look at how many people are subscribed, and then go through their history. You can go to their page and just click the videos, and you can just scroll down and you can see how many views they had on each video. And that's what I did, and that's when I realized, okay, this channel has like 50,000 subscribers, but they only have like, 1,000 views. So it's like, where's all the people? But I understand it is numbers, because the more you have, the more views you'll get, even if it's still only 10 to 20%. And so what I'm saying is that if you, want to start a YouTube channel, just think about why you want to start it. Is your goal to be the next big thing? Or is your goal you just like to play and make up, and you're hoping to be thoughtful and, thought-provoking, and just to encourage people, like I do, try new things, use what you have? Or is your goal, you want to change the world and you want to just make money? And some people are here for that, and it's okay. Just be real about why you're here. And so we're going to get into these palettes. This side is going to be Salem Cosmetics for his heart palette. Again, that's what that looks like. And this again is Natasha Denona Circo Loco, which means crazy circus. Some people didn't like this palette. They're like, oh, it's chaotic. This palette to me is so much freaking fun because it encourages me to like try new things and do new things. So I'm like, yeah, it depends. It depends on what you want and what your style is. And I'm thinking I need to move these brushes around so they're closer to me. This will be look number 16 with this palette. And this will be, yeah, I dropped something. And this will be look number 19 with this palette. And I am just super excited, y'all, because we're going to take Dusk, but not because of that. I'm super excited because by the time you see this video, this is an Esom V27. No. Yeah. I will have done my radical declutter, I think. Shit, I don't know. But I will have done a live of my last haul of 2023 combined with my first haul of 2024. So I'm excited about that because I have all that stuff just sitting here on the floor. And I'm just like, so I have to like walk around it to get even here to sit down at my station. So I'm excited for that because there's palettes in there that I am excited to swatch and to use. And sitting on the table back there, the small table, it's like one of those storage ottomans, but when you flip the lid, it's a tray, which I really like. That's my radical declutter stuff. And so I'm excited for that video, just to get this stuff out of here and into my Macari store. And so it just excites me to get rid of stuff that are possible dupes or stuff that I'm not really using. Now we're going to take Grin, which is this shade right here. And just to use more of what I really like and not to have a lot of dupes. I was going to say I haven't used this one yet. This is a newish one. But, oh, those are very different. But they both got that shine. Ooh. Oh, wow. Wow. This right here, oh, y'all. But now I'm looking at it, wondering if that would be close to, always sticking my finger and stuff. But even looking at this one and this one, shit, I want to try it and see, but fuck. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take 2 more brushes. And I don't like doing swatches on the back of my hand because I'll forget. But we're going to take this shade. Stuck my finger in again. This is Canon. You know what we're going to do? That's Canon. Let me do a wider one. This is not quite a first for swatching on my neck, but I've done on my neck before when I ran out of space on my face. So that's Canon. So we're going to put that brush down because I'm just like, this is looking more like dusk. And when I was looking at it in the pan, it looked brighter. Dusk looked brighter. So we're going to, this is a clean brush as well. So we're going to take dusk. What? Wait a minute. What? It looked brighter in the pan. Look, this angle right here. What? Don't look up my nose. I don't want to stick you in the face with my brush. I'm so silly. Look at that. What? How come in the pan? How can I do this? I can't. This is why my videos be longer than I anticipate. So Canon is the orange in the middle. And where is it? Oh, dusk. This is dusk. And Canon is the one in the middle. So dusk looks more yellow, which is why I thought it would go with Grin, which is this one right here. I didn't mean to give it a finger. But it is looking... Get the fuck out of here. So what I'm going to do is... Y'all, when I learn new things, it's just like, what? So we're going to put... What brush did I just use? Shit, I got brushes. Oh, this brush had Canon on it. So we're going to take Canon and put it over this one. Wow. Y'all, I know I'm loud. And it's not going to look the same layered, I don't think. I do still think dusk is a whole lot brighter. But this, look how well this layers. Like, this is like taking over Grin. These shades, Natasha shades be showing up. And to layer a shimmer over shimmer, sometimes it doesn't overtake it, meaning you can still see the shade underneath. But this, I'm surprised. What? Oh my gosh. So I'm learning here. Thank you for being here with me to learn. These shadows are so smooth. Oh my gosh. You can still see some of Grin under there, but for the most part, like down here, I can tell down here. And even though Grin does have like subtle shifts in it, I'm seeing more of that shift down here. Very subtle, but it's there. And I know it's because we layered, I think it's because we layered. So we're going to go back to Dusk from Salem Cosmetics. Wow. I am surprised. Wow. I do say Dusk is brighter. It's more copper orangey, where this is more subdued. But look at this. What? I'm gonna roll those brushes away. I want to move to the next color. I forgot what I was talking about. Something about numbers, people doing what you want to do. So now we're going to take Enchanting, which is this shade right here. Y'all, I'm excited about this. I really like these shimmers in here. Like, they're very creamy. And that's why I'm using the brush that I'm using with this. You can use your finger. You can use whatever you want to use. Ooh. Y'all, I get so excited with makeup. And also I'm excited about the Radical Declutter because I will only be left with stuff that really calls my name and stuff that I'm going to be like, how I was just like, ooh, I want that to be everything I use, particularly eyeshadow, because base face stuff, you know, once you get it on, that's what it is. But eyeshadow is where you can really play. you know, because you want your complexion products to be on point. But other than that, you know, where I love to play is eyeshadow. And so I want everything I have to be like, ooh, or like, oh, I get to use that again today. And not just, yeah, we're going to use this. This one we're going to take Razzle Dazzle. That shade right there. Let's see. Why is this brush here? Because I left it there. So we're going to take Razzle Dazzle. Oh my gosh, y'all. I didn't mean to bring Enchanting that far over, but I think I'm just going to leave it versus going back and adding more of that first shade. So I'm excited, and I see a shadow right here. I don't know what to do because I have to stand on a chair to change the angle of the track lights. And so it's not like, you know, I would need somebody here where I can have them like change the positions and sit here and be like, okay, there's no shadow, there's a shadow. So getting up and down in that chair and coming here, you know, it isn't helping. These are similar. This is Enchanting from Forest Heart. This is Razzle Dazzle. So I'm hoping if you have Circo Loco, because I've seen comments before, like I wouldn't know what to do with it. These colors are crazy. I'm putting both of these brushes away. Like I am digging it. Oh shit. Layering Canon over Gwen gave me fallout. So I don't know why I'm doing this side because we didn't do that over there. But I do have like quite a bit of fallout right here. And usually after I spray my face with the Scandinavia, when I do have fallout, it does just brush away. And for some reason this time it's not. And that's okay. We're going to keep moving. So now we're going to take Amethyst. I'm liking this look, y'all. I'm excited. You see? I'm tapping off. We're going to put this here. This is a Fenty 230. It says it's a blending brush. But the shape of it for me, this is a packer. But then you can just turn it sideways this way and just blend. So it serves a dual purpose. But I find that I just use it for packing. That's what I use it for. Every now and then I might use it for blending. Or I'll just use the tip of it and blend like up here. Which isn't, to me, a blending brush. So we're just going to put that there. This is nice. Wow. I'm excited about this video. And the PAO for this one is in a few months. And so I really just wanted to be like, can I dupe the vibes so that I won't miss it so much? Because it's not available anymore. So I'm just like, I'm going to miss it. I know I'm still going to miss the formula of the metallics, the shimmers. But even if I can get like similar looks, that'll help me not be like, I don't have anymore. But then after you have something and then you don't, like after a while, like do you still really miss it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like do you still think like, you know, a month later, like, oh man, I don't have that palette no more. You know what I'm saying? Yep, still trying to wing shadow, I am. Now we're going to take, this is an Hourglass number 3 brush because we're going to take Magic, which I believe is a cream to powder, and it is lighter than this. This one is darker. This one is Act, but this is a metallic. This is a matte, so I wanted to stick with a matte, but doesn't really matter though. But we're going to put on Magic. It is a lighter shade, but because we're sticking with the same type of formula, I love this palette. Yeah, do let me know in the comments. This is just going places. Let me know if you have Circo Loco. And as I said, this is my 19th look with Circo Loco. So if you have it and you don't know what to do with it, feel free to browse my playlist. And my playlists are labeled accordingly. Like this one is Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. So if you want to see a particular palette, I like how this blend, like this right here. This side looks like it needs more blending. Like this blended better like right here. Maybe because I did that intentionally. Let's go back with this brush, not adding shadow on it. And just go back and forth in between. It's just taking over versus blending. Let me, what, I don't even remember which brush that was it this one? Or this one? I don't think that was that. Was it this one? It was this one. And so we're going to blend back and forth in the middle. So I don't want to take more of that red away. And blending with that, with amethyst, the purple was taking the red away. Okay. So I can say, I like how this side is blending better. It may be because it's a different type of brush. I don't know. Definitely the formula is different. I want to say this is a regular matte because it doesn't seem to be like a creamy matte or cream to powder. Whereas this, actually it looks a little shimmery on the lid, but then it may be because it mixed with that reddish shade. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, because that is a matte shade. Amethyst is a matte shade. So I do realize with winging my shadow, I am still doing it differently than how other people do it, because they use blending brushes, like big fluffy blending brushes, and here I am using like the tip of a shader brush. So I do realize I do things different, but I do still think it's looking better than when I first started intentionally trying to wing, oh, that's nice, my shadow. And it goes back to, unintentionally, it goes back to just doing your makeup how you want to. I like how this one looks straight out. This one is kind of going up. So we're going to tap down here to bring it straight out, because I was going on an angle versus straight out, where this one is going straight out. I am happy though. I am excited about that I am still practicing winging shadow and that it's not looking crazy. And I do realize I didn't put primer over here, so that plays a factor too. But I'm liking how the blend is looking. Not perfect, but for me it's perfect because I am content with it. And that's another thing. It's like, oh, it's not perfect. It don't look right. You just be satisfied with it and you're good. Who's judging you? And if they are, you know, judge yourself first, because we all have something we can still work on. So try not to get caught up about, oh, well, what are they going to say? Like, what are they going to say? Now we're going to go back to the Salem palette, and we're going to take Mushroom. This shade here may be a mistake. We're using this big ass fluffy brush. This is a Fenty 210 brush. And so I tried to keep the brushes the same, like the Eastern brushes, and then we did Fenty, and this is a Fenty, and then we did Hourglass, and now we're going to use another Hourglass. And it does make a difference too, because this is a stubby brush. The Hourglass one that we're going to use for the other eye is a tapered brush. So I'm kind of like, But we're going to tap off, and we're going to just tap, yeah. So this being a stubby brush, it came down here, whereas if it was tapered, it would not have come all the way down here. It would have just stayed here. But I like how it looks up here though, except it's blending in with this shade. So that I'm kind of like, But I chose the brush, and I knew it was a stubby brush. Oh, I like how this is looking over here. This is a grace move, and I've seen other people do it too. When they wing their shadow, whatever they use for their brow bone or transition, they'll just sweep it around. So that's something I've seen other people do. And I actually do like it, because then it's blending it out under here too. So I'm learning here, trying new things, y'all. That's one of the things I encourage. Ooh, that's pretty. Like how, ooh. I don't like how this is all one color going all the way up. So this is on the center of the lid, and this is what we just put up top. So these two do blend together. So I'm kind of not really feeling that part, but that's what we did. That's what we got. We're going back to Circo Loco, and we're going to take, was that Mushroom? I'm tripping. What shade? Yeah, that was Mushroom. Yo, I don't know. When I do different palettes on different eyes, I try so hard not to confuse myself. This eye, we're going to take Joker. And so the looks are not the same, but it is definitely the same vibe. And even though this purple looked darker, you know what it is? Excuse me. Even though this looks more purple, and this looks blue, it looks deeper. Like a blurple, they say. So Joker, we're going to take this one here. And we're going to tap straight in, and we're going to tap off. Let's hit my mirror down here. And we're going to just tap this under the brow. And this, I think, is a, I don't know if this is just a regular matte or whatever. So the same thing, that it's blending in with Razzle Dazzle. So that part I don't like. But I picked the shades. We're going to do this thing. This is a lighter tone than this up here. I keep hitting the mirror down here. Why don't I just use the mirror that's in the palette? And it's not blending as much under here. Well, it is some. But this was like a quick blend all the way around. Feels like this eye is starting to tear. And I realize I am tapping in more for this over here. That's nice. I like that. I like that. I did pull out a brownish type gel liner. This came in my Lethal mystery bag, and it's Phase. It's like a burgundy. The shade is called Phase. But now I'm thinking, like, if I want to do Coutura. I like that. This eye feels like it's starting to tear. Let me keep that brush out and that other blending brush that we used. Usually I do keep brushes out until I'm done with the look, but I had so many brushes because we used 2 different palettes. This eye feels like it's starting to tear, so we're going to take a lipstick applicator and stick it in our tear duct. And hopefully that'll suck up whatever moisture was trying to come down. So now we're going to take, these are my last 2 Blend Bunny brushes. This one is B2, this is B3. So we're going to take B2, we're going to go back to Salem. Oh, we're going to take Evergreen. This shade down here, we're going to put this underneath. And I did think to put a green, excuse me, for my upper lash line. And then I don't know why I decided not to. You know why? Because I had forgot we weren't using green up top, and I wanted to have a different color than one of these colors. And so we could still do the green. But you know what? It's in a pile with stuff that's challenging to use. It's drying up right now. And so I put it somewhere else. This eye is tearing because it's wet right here. I'm going to put that brush away, and this eye is tearing. Now we're going to go back to Circo Loco, and we're going to take Acrobat. Acrobat is this shade right here. This is definitely a creamy matte cream to powder formula. You can tell by how it looks in the pan. So we are close, not dupes, but I will feel better about when I don't have Forest Heart anymore, because Circo Loco is not limited edition. And I really like this palette. This came way too far. What the hell am I doing? Put that brush away. The brush for this top shade, it is wet right here. Shit. So we're going to just buff under here. So we're going to just do that. I think it helped. Oh, I do see some of that pink under there. Oh, I look sick in a good way. I like messy grunge, and even though this isn't, I don't know, is this a grungy look? I don't know. But I'm liking what that did. The brush that had this shadow on it, and this is wet right there. We're not adding more. But blending this, hopefully that'll take care of where this green came down too far. Where it came down too far, like it did it on its own. Where I brought the green down too far. I really like this palette. And I am feeling good about the similarities. Yeah, that took care of that. So this is what we have, y'all. So definitely not dupes, definitely different. This is definitely purple. This is like a blurple, but I do like that it's deeper. And this did blend better, but it may have been the brush, because I used a different brush for this shade than I did for that one. And even up here, like how the blend is, like this is really kind of sharp. This is rounded and more blended. And I put the brush away, so I don't even remember. I think it might have been this one. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was that shade, because we used Hourglass for this one. This is the Fenty. So we're just going to not add more shadow, but just see if we can just blend this some more. And it, did I miss putting primer right there? There's a strip. This eye is tearing upward. There's a strip. The shadow is not going in. We're going to tap into Amethyst, and we're going to tap right here. There is a strip. I missed primer right here. When I blended it, I didn't blend it. Look at that strip, and it's still there. I put shadow directly in it, and it's just like, no. This eye is tearing upward. It feels wet right here. I can feel it. All right, what are we gonna do? I do have this Inglot. That'll be nice. It'll be different. But this is the one I pulled out to use. Was this shade. We're not gonna use that one because that's not gonna show up much. So we're gonna use this one. We're going to, so this is it for the eyeshadows. This eye is tearing upward. I can feel it. So it's gonna crease right here soon because the tearing causes it to crease because the tears are wet. So we're going to take this brush we shall not name. I do that with brushes that I don't want to promote, and not that I intentionally promote stuff anyway, but like everything else I've used, I'm like, this is what it is, this is what it is, this is this brush, that's that brush. This is the eyeliner. This is an Inglot, by the way, and the number is 87. Inglot gel liners don't have names, they have numbers. So this, oh, that's pretty. Over here, it disappears with that outer corner shade. But along here, my mobile lid, I think that looks really nice. So this is the color I wanted to add. And so that's why I didn't want to use that burgundy shade. Is there a shadow right there? Yeah, but I think the shadow is less than, I was going to say yesterday, but I'll say the previous look with the Salem Cosmetics palette. What palette did we use? I want to say it was, oh, wait. Was it a Natasha? I think it was a Natasha Denona palette. I'd have to look at my calendar. Oh, you know what? It's on this paper. It was the Yucca palette. So I'm really trying to see if I can dupe out the vibes of Salem Cosmetics. The reason I do this is because I don't like having dupes in my collection, and even though I really like the formula of Forest Heart, even if it was still available, like, yes, my first instinct would be buy another one. But then when I would think about it, I'd be like, if I can dupe that out, I think it was my eyeshadow palette collection or my top favorites, or if I had to choose 2 palettes from each brand video, one of those videos, that's when I noticed the similarities between Forest Heart and Circo Loco. Because I'm like, wait a minute. But it took for me to hold them up side by side to be like, So off the top of my head, it wasn't like, okay, yeah, these look similar. But once I held them up together, I'm like, what? And I don't like dupes in my collection. And I do encourage you, when you see new makeup, to think about, do you have something similar? Do you have something you can dupe those vibes? Because if you have a substantial collection, chances are you do. And I want us to be conscientious consumers. Lancome Sills Boost mascara base. And that's another reason why I intentionally keep my collection small. And when it starts to grow, because I have a block of space right here. I used to have, you know, back in the day, I started my previous YouTube channel in 2000. I started doing videos in 2008, but I started watching YouTube in 2007. And there were times when I would have like a box of makeup, and I bought storage for makeup. And then when I had moved, you know, I had makeup in a drawer, and I had makeup on a bookcase. And I started realizing, like, why do I have all of this stuff? Now, granted, I was new to my makeup journey, so a lot of it was buying all the hyped up stuff and then realizing, okay, this don't work for me. But once I really found what I liked and started embracing my aesthetic, which is stuff like this, the grungy, the smoky, vampy, add a little punk with the, you know, different color eyeliners for upper lash line. Once I started to really embrace that, it helped me not even want to buy a whole lot of stuff. Because if you lean into your aesthetic, you're going to buy what you like. You're going to buy what's going to give you the looks you want to do, which means even like with Forest Heart and Circo Loco, they look the same. Why do I need to keep them both? And some people will just because of the formula, and if so, that's fine. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that at all. Use whatever you want to, have whatever you want to. But for me, I do enjoy Forest Heart, but eventually it's going to turn and I can't buy it anymore. But knowing, excuse me if you heard that in my throat, but knowing that I can dupe the vibes with the Yucca palette or, you know, Circo Loco, it helps me not feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have it. Because at the end of the day, beginning of the day, the middle of the day, it's just makeup. How important it is the value you place on it. It's just makeup. You put it on, you know, you're looking cute, and you're cute even without it. But it's just makeup. You put it on, and then you wash it off, and then you do it all over the next day. And it is fun. I enjoy wearing makeup, playing in makeup, doing videos. But it's like, why have like, you know, 10 palettes and they all give you the same type of look? You know, for me, just pick the formula I like the best and just roll with that. But that's just me. And again, I'm not saying, you know, you're wrong for however you know, want to do your makeup. We're going to wipe off some chapstick. But that's just where I'm at. And I think in my heart, I want to be a makeup minimalist. But my intellect is like, that ain't going to never happen. Even with all the brushes I have. If I like a brush, I get like 2, 3, 4, 5 more. But I do use my brushes and rotate my brushes. We're going to take number 27 Black Cherry from the Sephora collection. And so, even with all the declutters, I just don't want to have a lot of dupes. I want to have stuff that I'm like, oh, you know, like I was earlier with these two palettes. And even with other videos you have seen when I'm like, oh, wow. You know, I want to have that feeling. And then if I don't, it's like, why am I wearing this? Oh, because it's cute. Well, you know what? I have other stuff that's cute. And I'm cute without it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I know I got loud. So I say certain things, hoping that it's thought-provoking for you. What you have, what you keep, and why. And keep in mind, when you're watching these larger channels, the majority of their stuff is in PR. What are they buying? And I love when some of them do videos like, what do I wear on a day-to-day? Because most of their content is PR. And here's my code. And so I love when they do, this is what I wear on a regular basis when I'm not filming. Those are the videos I like, because that tells me what they really like, what they really enjoy. And I'm not saying they don't like the PR, but it's part business. Because you're promoting a product, hoping to make some money off of it from your code. So show me what you wear every day. Show me what your favorites are that you don't ever wear on camera because it's not PR or code. I like this lip. So that's just something to think about too. So when you're seeing these videos, I don't know how this turned out to be this type of video. When you're seeing these videos and you're seeing new releases and it's like, oh, and you're seeing, you know, 10 different videos, they all got in PR and they're all saying how great it is, but then you don't see it again. Sometimes they do roll around and come back and say, you know, do I still love this, or would I have purchased this? You know what I'm saying? And I like videos like that because it's very telling. So when you're seeing these videos and you're seeing stuff that's hyped up and they do a pretty look, but they don't always talk about the formulation, how it blends, how it applies, how it feels. They just be like, you know, here's 3 looks, 1 video, 4 looks, 1 video. And you're like, wow, that's pretty, I'm gonna buy it. But what do they really think about it? I'm gonna wipe this off my neck because I'm gonna forget it's there. I hate these wipes. These are Berkeley and Jensen Makeup Remover wipes. And these are from BJ's because they have fragrance in them. And I do keep them here for this right here, like to remove swatches. But even just the sense of it, like I have sensitive sinuses. And so, and part of me just wants to throw these away. Because I do have no, these are Garnier. I don't really like those either. They're drier than the Neutrogena ones, but these do work. If you're not sensitive to fragrance, just turn me red. I'll be not red in a moment. If you're not sensitive to fragrance, I do recommend these. It comes in a huge box, and sometimes I got them from BJ's. They have a coupon. So, but for me, because of the fragrance thing, no. See, now look at my neck. But I do have sensitive skin, as I said, and I was just rubbing it. So, but this eye look. So that's just something to think about when you're watching these videos and you're seeing stuff that's hyped up. Consider they're getting in PR. Not to say they still don't really like it, but is all they show just PR? I'm looking for what they use every day. I'm looking for actual reviews. First impressions are great, but then after you use it 4 or 5 times, do you still feel that same way? So I'm just saying all of this to just help you, or to encourage you to think about things differently. The content that you watch, before you just be like, oh, that's pretty, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean? So hopefully, and this was not my intention. I just sat here, the Skittles and Mountain Dew took over, and so we babbled a lot. Ew, I could taste the scent of this. And look, it is still red. Look at my freaking, and I don't even think I wiped over here, did I? I must have. This whole entire, but my face looks good. So let me know if you agree. I like this blue liner over here. Like, it kind of almost disappears here. And I could smell it on my hands. I don't like that it's red all the way up. Like, there's no differentiation of color. I like this side better because this brow bone shade is lighter than this side. Excuse this, because I really did just miss blending out the primer there. And that does happen every once in a while, where I do miss a spot and it's clear. And I did tap shadow directly in there and it was like, we're not sticking. This is purple. This is a blurple. Even though this looks deeper, I like how this blends out better because you see the blend here, and then you see the depth of the color here, and then the blend here, where this is more consistent, but it also mixed with the metallic, the shimmers or whatever in here, so it makes this purple shade look shiny, whereas this, you can clearly see this is still a matte shade. So it's something, and I did use different brushes, and so it may be the brushes that I used. I am still learning with the the winging out the eyeshadow, and as I mentioned, people are using fluffy blending brushes. I use a shader brush. That plays a part in it. And also, I didn't have primer over here, and I didn't have primer here. Surprisingly, this side blended out better. It winged out better. So I am still learning with that. And one thing about me, if I don't like something, I'm going to break it down like I am breaking it down right now, saying why I like it or why I don't like it. But overall, I am pleased with the looks. I do encourage, I can smell that on my hands, that wipe. And look at my neck, is still red. I'm gonna have to wash my neck. This is fucking, these are going in the trash. This is my makeup trash. When I get bags from Ulta and Sephora and even MAC, I keep them for makeup trash, and that just stays over here. Or put on some hydrocortisone cream. It's not itchy though, which is good, but look at, what the hell? Like, are you kidding me? I thought it would have cleared up by now. And it's spreading. Now it's like over here. I didn't do over here. The two shadows were here. Why is this all the way over here? Okay, let me get back to the eye look. I love how bright this one is. But even still, the Natasha one just seemed to blend out better. Just in general. Blending the shades together, and I had to go back and blend. I didn't have to, but I went back to blend here because the purple was blending weird with the red, and the red shimmers kind of transferred over, whereas for here it didn't. So I do like the blend on the Circo Loco side better. And even though I brung the shadow down here too far, once I buffed it out, that took care of that. So if you're doing an eyeshadow look and something you don't quite like, just roll with the process and keep going instead of trying to fix it on the spot, because by the time all is said and done, it may work itself out. I do like how this side I look a little sick because you can see this pink shade down here underneath, but I like it because that's kind of grungy. You know what I mean? This side didn't do that. And again, I think, yeah, we did use different brushes though still, but so if as much as I hate comparisons, but we are, because we're seeing if this palette will do this palette as far as a certain look. I would say I like this one better because I like how it blended better, how the shades blended together better. I like how rich this purple is though. And I also like how you can see more of the blue eyeliner over here versus over there. Let me know if you agree with my assessment. Look at my fucking neck. I'm gonna go like take some soap and water and let me know if you agree with my assessment of the look. But it's good to know, like, the vibes are the same. And let me know your thoughts on what I was saying about seeing new releases and things are hyped up. And if you do see 3 looks on video and you're like, oh, that palette's pretty, I'm going to buy it. Or do you wait to see what are people saying about that palette in 3 or 4 months? You know what I mean? And so one of the things I like about this channel here is that I use stuff that I have, and a lot of it is not, the majority of it is not brand new. And even if I buy a new palette, it's been out for like 6 months. So for me, it's new. My neck, I'm just like, okay, I'm just so distracted because this is like, what the hell? And my neck can't be swelling up because I need to breathe. And I know it's not swelling up, but I'm just like, this is not good. Them damn wipes, damn fragrance. What the hell? Sensitive skin person here. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm from the Crazy Troll Nation, and I have sensitive skin. Yeah, I used to facilitate substance abuse groups. Can you tell? I'm going to go. I'm seriously babbling, and I'm loud. I need to eat some food because the Skittles and that Mountain Dew has taken over. But let me know if anything I said stuck out to you, if anything was helpful to you. This is so distracting. Let me know if you agree with my assessment with the looks. And honestly, well, let me back up. I was surprised that Canon was like this shade, the swatches that we did. Because I really thought Gren was going to be more like it, even though I knew this one was going to be brighter. So that was a surprise revelation that we smell that fragrance. That was a surprise thing. So, but I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging this. I'm digging this too. But I'm a little thrown off because of that patch. But that was user error with the primer. But yeah, definitely how this is lighter. So there is some differentiation, whereas this side goes all the way up. I'm repeating myself. I'm going to go. Let me know you. Excuse me. So rude. Excuse me. So let me. Damn, excuse me. Y'all like, girl, just go. So let me know your thoughts on all the different things that I talked about. And hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was thought-provoking. And we're going to go. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.